everybody was like, no, it's Frieza, that's Death Beam, Frieza's trending. I was like,
you know what's funny? You say, I'm glad you said that, right? Let's think about this for a second, guys. In every single like arc that has ever existed in Dragon Ball, I feel like, how many people can do Death Beam?
Right.
Okay, you know,
it was the perfect segue to
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. And as a spoiler, as a teaser, like you would totally think that's Frieza.
Yeah, but
you would either think that's Frieza or Cell, but Cell is fucking.
Don't
say his
no one wants to talk about him anymore.
Don't say his name.
Oh, that's that good shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ooch. I'm here with my brother Ooch and the homie Kai, and we are back again. Once again, how y'all doing today, boys? Children of all ages, the Full Power Podcast, your favorites, are back in action with this other banger, because all we do is produce bangers, like the brother Ooch beats over there. They're lethal as hell. All right. So the links are always in the description. And speaking of which, my man, how you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Just had a quick shift at work, 8 to 1. You know what I mean? It was not busy at all, to be honest. But you know, it's starting good. Good day.
Very nice. Kai-san, casting these freaking shits.
I just got so freaking confused because he said 8 to 1. I was like, yo, this nigga really worked till 1 a.m. and then pulled up with the podcast? Oh, wait, time zone.
Yeah. No.
I got so confused. But yeah, no, I'm chilling. Today's my day off. It's bum fucking early, but we chilling. I have some light in here in this bitch for once.
Right? Yeah, look at Brandon's room. That shit's lit up.
Right?
I don't even got lights on right now.
Yeah, so no secret, obviously, guys. We had to, we already warned you guys that we were going to make some adjustments with the scheduling and everything. So for the foreseeable future, we're just going to stick to Monday releases now as far as the new episodes come out. So for those that are used to the Fridays, I apologize right now because, Fridays, it was a nice little, end to the week kind of thing. And now we're gonna be the start of your week, okay? So
now we are the thing to look forward to for your Mondays.
Exactly. You're welcome. Right? We're gonna fill that Monday void for you guys in the meantime. And then anything else, as far as extra content goes, of course, is going to be the Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon. So make sure you guys are subbing to the Patreon. We're going to give you guys some shout outs for those tier 3 and higher folks that, we still have. We definitely appreciate you guys still sticking with us over on there. And to look forward to this next episode because it's going to be a funny one. And it's going to be driven by Kai because I'm gonna be honest, man. I have never seen such hatred for a single bitch, and I say that specifically because it's facts, right? Is it not facts? Fuck Rachel.
Facts.
Quote that shit. Fuck Rachel. All right. So look forward to that Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon.
That's the hashtag FR that I want to see trending next time.
Facts, which we will get into. All right. Of course, hit us up on fullpowerpod@gmail.com with your comments, questions, concerns, business inquiries, and your fan art, right? Full Power Pod over on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter, almost at 100 followers on there. So, yeah, all around good stuff. And that's pretty much all the plugs out of the way. So the first thing here on this episode for this week that we want to talk about, just to get it out the way before we do this chapter review, because you already know how that drill goes, okay? The elephant in the room, that's not really an elephant, but I mean, it's just really annoying, right? Ever since the superhero movie, I feel like spoilers have been this crazy thing that has been occurring more so than before. And not to say that, it's not like there's never been spoilers that have come out in the past, because they definitely have. I mean, I recall back when it was the Broly movie around that time, and people were seeing leaks through Xenoverse or something like that, with specific characters that were revealed there. And even before then, with Ultra Instinct Goku happening, sometimes these things happen, but for some reason I just felt like it was a little bit more avoidable then. than it is now. Now it's like, if you're at all within this realm of content creation or anything like that, where you're a fan or you're just really hardcore following Dragon Ball, at some point, one way or another, you're gonna get spoiled, right? And for someone like us, where we're doing this weekly podcast, like, it's so bad now, and this is how I know it's bad, because this guy would only get his news from me. Now he goes on Twitter and he's like, dude, I got spoiled. That is crazy. That is a huge measuring stick for me to know that it has definitely gotten worse, you know, because we all consume our news differently. We all get our feeds are all unique. You know, they might be similar. We might have some blends in there, but it's all different, right? So the fact that this man got spoiled, and not from me, is crazy, right? So that's the first thing I wanted to bring up to you guys, because I don't know. I'm glad, like I told you guys off recording, that I was already, like, I'm glad that I said what I said during my reaction of this chapter on that video that I did, the way I did, because if I initially did it, I mean, people in the Discord know. They know I was fucking furious, because that's annoying. Because it's like, if I'm gonna wanna, you know, share my reaction with you, with everybody, right? Because that's what a lot of people know us for, is for these reactions. And that's like special, you know, like people come to watch that shit because they enjoy it, they're entertained. And I literally read a comment from someone that said, like, they've been around since the reaction days to Dragon Ball Super anime. And that, who would have ever thought that our fucking dumbasses just freaking out to this bullshit would help their day out? And that to me is super OD, and that's godlike. And I'm just like, well, now if we're having to fear where the hell we're gonna look, or like when things come out, like those reactions are not gonna be as crazy as people are expecting them to be or hoping them to be. Because if we're getting the information early, you know, in a setting where it's like, I don't have a camera on my ass 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's unrealistic. So, Kai, what are your thoughts on this shit, man?
I think the superhero movie really set a new fucking boundary, because it is like you said, like that's when it got like it got way out of control, and I don't think it's ever gonna get back, which is crazy. And now I even saw something that kind of blew me away, which is how fast everyone's getting spoiled, plus how much they're getting spoiled with, has gotten so out of hand that Toyotaro made a post about it.
I did not see this.
You didn't see that?
No.
He made a post about it, and I mean, I don't want to say like, oh yeah, this is like confirmed or whatever, but what I saw seemed to have been directly from his Twitter, and I saw the post translated. I don't know how accurate the translation was. I don't remember who made it, but it was from Toyotaro's, you know, like official account. So I read it, and it said something along the lines of, you know, this spoiling era is ridiculous, and I'm really sorry that you guys have to deal with it. Wow. I hope we can fix this. And like I said, I don't remember what it was. You can check his account. I'm sure it's still there, but it was something along those lines of, you know, like, this is out of control. This needs to stop. I'm sorry.
Yo, I didn't know that.
So I read that and I was like, damn, he got to step in and say something about his own work getting ruined for others. Like, that is officially too far.
Yo, yeah. That's OD. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't think it was, I mean, that's nice, you know, like it's nice.
It's nice that he cares.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it is him doing it, you know? Like, Toriyama obviously is involved, but, you know, really he's just there for the namesake, you know? They just they slap his name on it because it's Toriyama. Toriyama approved. Right. You know? He's, like I said, like I'm Akira
Toriyama and I approve this chapter.
Yo. Yeah, that's how it goes. Like, Dude, we said this analogy like best like a bunch of times. Like Toriyama's that dude that's literally in the same car that they're on the same trip. You know, Toyotaro is the one driving, and he's in the back seat.
He's in the limo. He's just in the back seat, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, like if anything, if they're going along the way and like they need to make another turn, and Toriyama like he eventually pokes his head out from the corner. He's like, oh no, go this way. Yeah, this way is a little bit faster or some shit. So Brandon, what do you think about this shit, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't really get spoiled too much, and I mean, once I saw it, literally when I saw it, I was just like I just thought about us almost, because I know we was talking about Frieza already and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, wow, our predictions are pretty nice.
Yes, sir.
That's an understatement, sir.
Yeah. So I was just like,
Our fucking
I mean,
royalties.
that's literally how like my mind was processing the whole thing. And I mean, I did watch the Geekdom video about it or whatever, just cause like once I already saw the picture, I was just like, fuck it, might as well just see what the fuck's like going on, I guess, a little bit. And like literally, like when I think about it, like they practically spoiled the entire chapter. It wasn't even just like one fucking. It wasn't just one page. It was like you could figure out the entire thing like without even.
You could, but all the ones that I saw as far as like spoilers were concerned, it did seem at the time, it seemed like the whole fucking chapter got revealed, which obviously it didn't.
That's how it felt.
Yeah, that's seriously how it felt.
Damn.
But once we read it, I'm sure all of us, our opinion completely changed because the chapter was fire. But as far as what got spoiled, I am glad that if something got spoiled, it was the whole Frieza thing.
Yeah.
Because we already said it. We fucking knew. We called it. It needed to be Frieza. If it wasn't Frieza, this whole shit was a complete waste of everyone's time. And again, I am one of those people that does not think that regardless, like that, I would rate this chapter, this one chapter, chapter 87, I would rate it a 9,001 out of 10. But that still does not mean I'm going to give this entire arc anything above a 4 out of 10. Because fuck what they put me through to get to this point.
That's fair.
I'm not... Like, you can sit here and tell me, like, the way I explained it to someone last night was, this one chapter does not make the entire arc better, and it does not make the entire arc worth reading it. It did not save the entire arc. I don't care about that. I think that this chapter, what this did for this arc was give it purpose.
True.
It just made the story do something.
Yeah.
Like we said last time, if it's not like this being Frieza was their last chance to fucking do something with this arc, and they actually did it.
But this Frieza is looking kind of crazy. Not gonna
That's
lie.
how I'm hyped.
Because now you're right about it didn't fully spoil everything, because we didn't when the spoilers came out, we didn't understand what they were actually saying, just because we don't speak fucking Japanese or read Japanese. Right. So it's like so once the chapter came out, it made things a little better, or like I guess fresh in a sense. So it's like
I think it made it great.
Because like I don't know to be honest, I still felt spoiled. But
I mean, yeah, like I still felt spoiled, but like it was literally just Frieza's form. Like I saw panels and panels and panels of fucking Frieza in his shit, and I was just like, all right, we knew, so it's whatever. But at the same time, I'm glad they didn't show like anything with gas or anything with anything else, like crazy lines like that. They just showed Frieza being at his new fucking best.
No, but I'm pretty sure they spoiled the part where like Frieza killed him and shit, and like stomped on his head, and like that like. And then even the ending of the chapter they spoiled, which was like, when I was reading it, I was like, bruh, I needed a little more, or they should have just not spoiled the ending to it, because in my mind, I'm just like, that kind of fucks my whole lingo up, because I'm just like, bro, like, why'd you spoil the end? Because now it's like, I want to know kind of what the next page would be.
We gotta get into this review. I have so much to say.
There's actually a couple things.
There's a lot. There's a lot to talk about with this chapter.
Great segue, boys. And I'm glad you guys know how to fucking drive, because I was literally just about to cut in and be all right. It's time for the review then. So, all right, let's breeze through this. So, The one thing I'll add to everything that you guys were saying before we actually start is that it really feels like this chapter was almost like the greatest after credits scene you could possibly fucking have to like the overall arc, because obviously the climactic.
So the worst movie ever.
Yeah, because the climactic finish happened last chapter, and here is like the aftermath. But there's a lot of fucking math. All right, a lot of freaking shit that took place. So, all right. So like I said, I'm gonna breeze through this as fast as I can, just so that we could get to the meat and bones of like talking about it. So basically, they kind of remind us that Granola has 3 years left after he made the wish to be the strongest in the universe, which is something that actually in the comments people were reminding us about as well. So shout out to those in the comments on the YouTube version, of course. And one of the first funny things that I just thought was like super convenient, right, is that Manito is just super healer now, right? He's like, man, like I just hit this age and boom, I'm just boom, boom, boom. Like, I'm healing everybody, right?
It's like I have this healing ability, but it's always been shit. All of a sudden I use it and now it's improving?
And I literally had to sound effect this shit when I read it in my reaction, because the one line where right after they explain it, like Vegeta's like, it's true, like my energy was restored, and Manito's like, who would have thought my powers would happen at this age? And then Goku's like, that's great. And I'm like, I literally read it just like that. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. Literally.
So then like this is the part where like Elick is, you know, he reveals himself to be like a real scumbag, obviously, and you know, he reveals his true colors. He's trying to dip, and then this is where the preview images that were on the official website come out, and with you know, Manito getting shot, right? Who shot you? And everyone, this is where we're like, yo, is it Frieza?
Right.
I've been said since last week. Go back and listen. I said it's gonna be something stupid like Gas's dead corpse.
And
everybody was like,
right.
no, it's Frieza. That's Death Beam. Frieza's trending. I was like,
you know what's funny? You say, I'm glad you said that, right? Let's think about this for a second, guys. In every single like arc that has ever existed in Dragon Ball, I feel like, how many people can do Death Beam?
Right.
Okay, you know,
I mean, it was the perfect segue to
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. And as a spoiler, as a teaser, like you would totally think that's Frieza.
Yeah, but
you would either think that's Frieza or Cell, but Cell is fucking.
Don't
say his
no
name.
one wants to talk about him anymore.
Don't say his name.
So this man gets shot, falls off the fucking cliff, and it's a revealed zombie gas, like, and you know he's zombified, okay, because his eyes are black, right? They're just totally black, and he's like a skeletal frame basically, and it's almost like he's deteriorating. But because of the wish literally holding him together, he's just still the strongest in the universe by that decree. And so now they're trying to fight this zombie gas, right? So zombie gas is still serving up an ass whooping to Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct, survival, primal, fucking whatever, right? And they're getting their heads knocked in. They're free. Like, this dude has force powers, like he's on some Star Wars shit. And they do get some sort of offense in, but it's not much. And like we get tickled with a freaking Kamehameha Gallic gun combo, but Gas fucking throws his own energy shit at them, and then goes through his own shit just to fucking duff him. Go ahead.
You know where the first time we saw that in Dragon? I'm pretty sure the first time we saw that in Dragon Ball was someone go through their own blast to duff somebody. It's right there. I can see your eyes. It's right there.
I can.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
Cooler.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Yeah, you're right.
Cooler ran through the Kamehameha. Said,
yeah. 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 Damn. That's a good eye. Good eye. Good eye, good mind, good memory, right? So they get duffed and they get hit back. And
Yo, I just want to say that like when he kicked them both in the face, that was so disrespectful. Like just that panel of just like him duffing them like feet to the face,
feet
like,
to the
hold
face,
that, son.
yeah. Shit, you know he's zombified, so my man definitely need a pedicure. Okay, like he's. So this is something that it hit me, and I know you guys are not gonna understand this reference at all, but I have to say this right on the page 16 where Gas is laughing. I saw this page and I'm like, why does this look so familiar to me, right? And now it just hit me. Bro, and I'm sure Toyotaro did not fucking reference this at all. I'm convinced it is a pure coincidence because there's no way he would know of what the fuck I'm about to say right now. This dude, at this moment, looks exactly like Thrax from Power Rangers. And this character is the son of Lord Zed and Rita, and only appeared in one fucking special crossover bullshit episode that took place during the shittiest fucking season of Power Rangers in the history of history, Operation Overdrive. He looks exactly like Thrax, but that's, like I said, it's gonna do nothing for you guys. It's probably not gonna do anything for these fucking people listening right now. But for those that might like Power Rangers, there it is. So I just wanted to make that little comparison. That he looks.
Go look it up and check it out now.
Yeah, look up Thrax, Lord Zed's son or whatever, Power Rangers, and you'll see. It's very, very close actually. It's kind of crazy. Like, so anyway, moving along. So Goku and Vegeta are still fighting back. They're trying their best. Elec on the side is like finally, he's like cheering them. He's cheering them on. He's like, yes, like, you know, like you'll be the strongest of all right up until the second you die. Kill them, kill, like he's all kill hungry all of a sudden. And then the other siblings, who I always forget their fucking names when I need to remember them,
Maki and Oil.
Thank you, Maki, right? So Maki, this girl comes out and she's like, you know, she shows some sympathy, and she was like, look at him, this isn't normal, like we need to get out of here, you know, this is a battle that we can cut off from winning. And this man Elec bitch slaps her in the face, and I was like, wow, he's a real piece of shit, huh? Like this dude Elec, let's talk about his character development. This guy, we thought he was about to be like the super secret hidden fucking boss of this entire shindig, and that he had some crazy plan up his sleeve. But it turns out that his real plan actually gets revealed towards the end of this fucking chapter. So Elec then reveals like his lifespan is about to run out, making him far and away the strongest in the universe, man, sacrificing that much of his life. So Gas hears this at this point, and he's kind of thrown off. And then he does a quick Lion King moment where he looks at his own reflection in the fucking water just to see that he's like he looks like a zombie, and he's like
fucking zombie.
You're right. He can't even realize, he can't even believe it. And then Elec's still yelling at him, commanding him like, stop screwing around, like kill them now. He's like, at least make yourself useful, right? In your final moments. And then he says, waste any more time, and before we know it, he's gonna boom. I was speechless because I didn't think he was gonna come in like this.
Yeah, no,
right,
it was an interesting entrance. It was an interesting entrance.
Oh my god!
Like, where the fuck did he come from? Like,
bro, I was listening to this. I was listening to this whole chapter with Frieza on repeat. Frieza. Yes.
Oh my god, this moment was super hype. I'm not even gonna lie. The fact that he fucking, like, dude, listen. Frieza must have, like, if we're trying to make sense of this, he must have literally jumped off his ship at some point high up in the fucking sky, maybe before they even reached the atmosphere, and he just fucking lands, like, just like he did. And the fucking reaction from Goku, Vegeta, Granola, Elec, dude. And then you turn
because it's Frieza.
We've been asking this entire fucking arc, where is Frieza?
Where's Frieza? So, yo, we've been asking since like 2017. Where the fuck is Frieza? Like, I'm so.
Yo, and honestly,
it's such a problem that we out here in fan creation talking about where is Frieza. Look at Legend. Like, this man is always doing something behind the scenes.
Yeah, man, that's true. And the first thing he says, it's been some time, Gas. So Frieza, of course, all knowing, he knows who these motherfuckers are. And Gas is like shaking. And when the second I knew something was really up, Goku could with the swirlies around his, that's a clear visual indicator. The swirlies
means you fucked up.
Yo, that means you fucked up. That means that some kind of crazy power is on the horizon, right? And he's like, why is he here? And Gas, off instinct, he's just like, I'm gonna kill you. And he looked even more zombified. Like, it looked like he actually kind of powered up from like how skinny he was, if you notice. And that first read through, I didn't even peep this. I was just like, oh my God, like Frieza's fucking here. Like, this is insane. And bro, he one-shots Gas. He fucking hands, not even a fist, open hand. He clawed him through the abdomen area. What?
I thought that was really cool. I thought it was brutal. I thought it was beautifully done. But I'm slightly upset because we have seen it before and they didn't even wait a whole arc before they showed it to us again, because that's literally what Moro did to Goku. Like, the same fucking cuff and all, like, doom, through the chest.
Oh, well, okay. But, seeing Frieza do that shit, I mean, I don't know.
Frieza did it better because he did it. He went all the way through and then he says, split the bitch.
Yeah, like, he split and disintegrated to a skeleton. Yeah. Like, he literally just became bones. And, like, everyone's, like, so lost. Like, and he made sure he was dead because he crushed his skull. Like, that's dude, I can't remember the last time some shit in Dragon Ball was this brutal. Like, literally. Like, I cannot think of any moment where this is, like, honestly, the closest thing is Cell to 16, when he fucking smushed his fucking head in to let Gohan fucking wake up into Super Saiyan 2, right? That's the closest thing I could think back to. And Elik is like, holy shit. And then Frieza turns his attention to Elik, and he's like, you're the one who contacted me. So once again, I ask, what is your business with me? So Elik at some point must have fucking reached out. Obviously, we never saw when that happened, but it was during some moments, maybe during the arc, or, because we don't listen, we can't assume that, okay, Elik had him on speed dial and Frieza's just gonna fucking respond the second, he wants to. Frieza's the fucking emperor, okay? He's out here doing his thing, recollecting himself, and we're gonna find out what the fuck he was actually doing for at least 10 days, okay? So,
I mean, we don't exactly know that, but continue.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So, I mean, hold on, this fucking font is so small. Okay, here we go. So, unless you had a legitimate reason for summoning me, you're going to be quite sorry you did. And basically, what ends up happening is, Elik is trying to cover his ass, but then Frieza reveals the actual truth, and he's like, I got bad news for you. And then at this part, I thought this was actually kind of sus because the wording. Frieza literally says, it looks like gas is dust in the wind. And I was like, okay, it's not word for word, but I wonder. Yeah, I made a clip of that. You best believe I clipped it and I tagged Nasir. And he's like, yo, that's pretty close too. I gotta agree. Yeah. Freaking that's interesting choice of words. Makes you wonder, right? So Frieza says, I've known all about your ambitions these past 40 years. I knew, and I let you scurry around, all while exploiting you for my army's benefits. Elik is beside himself. So again, this is the part where, again, I go back to this. I mentioned this already. We really thought that Elik was this, super snaky kind of guy, very like intuitive and smart. Like, he's always, he's got some kind of plan, but he did not take this into consideration. And that kind of makes him seem a lot less than how we were all imagining him to be, because Frieza kind of just put him in this place like that, right? So, Frieza just goes right up to Mans, and he's like, there isn't a single thing in this universe I'm not privy to. For example, the fact that the weakest of the heaters is you. And I was like, so he really isn't a fighter. Like that, there's no secret now. The secret is out. Elik is garbage. You know, this is a guy that would get whooped by Krillin, Yamcha, any of them for free, no problems. They would be able to handle Mans without question. Even Jacko would probably be able to fuck this dude up, right? And so Elik, with the last bit of pride in him left, he tries to strike Frieza. Listen, if I was Elik and if I was actually smart, which he clearly isn't, because he let his emotions get to him in the worst fucking timing ever. He just witnessed Gas get destroyed in one shot. Why the fuck do you think you're gonna hit this man in the fucking face and be successful? Not only was he unsuccessful, but he got evaporated by Frieza. Frieza blasted his whole existence away. Not a fucking hair was left behind. No bones, nothing. This dude was literally nothing in the wind. Okay? He was shit at that point, bro. Like, he was clearly out of the shot. And then he turns his attention to Goku and Vegeta.
Why, if it isn't you two? It seems the gang's all here.
The gang. He said the gang. Yeah, okay.
And so this is probably my favorite part. I'm not even gonna lie. This is probably my favorite part right here.
Easily.
Because this explanation, right? And this is all a callback to us. It's always a callback to us. Because we fucking say these things and it happens eventually, right? Vegeta says Gas had become the strongest warrior in the universe. By all rights, he should have been far stronger than you. Because listen, Vegeta's probably thinking back to fucking Hulk moment, Broly fucking washing this man for an hour, right? Frieza goes, in this universe, you mean? Ah, of course. As soon as he said this universe, I said no way. There's no way.
We knew. What do you mean? We said it a year ago.
Yo, but listen, man. It's nice to. It's almost like OD to see it happen, you know? Because it's like, it's not, we're not actually writing the shit, okay? I don't text Toyotaro. I don't have his number, okay? I don't even know if man speaks English.
Yo, start us a petition to get that man's number, because we gotta fix it.
Shit. Well, either way, this dude literally writing the shit, and what we need to fix is our bank accounts, okay? That we need our fucking royalties. That's what the fuck we need, okay? So we need to be on their fucking payroll, all right? So Frieza confirms, I've been spending some time in another dimension, you see. So perhaps I wasn't being counted as part of this universe. I thought that was very interesting how he worded that. Because when you think about it, it's like, you know, wouldn't you technically be in a universe if you're in the, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, it's weird, like, because it's like,
it's different. Like, it's different if he said like planet, but he said universe, and that's triggering, because it's like, what fucking universe would you want? 6?
Well, no, like, he said he was in another dimension. He said he was in another dimension, not another universe.
This is super off topic, but I just, like, between you two talking, I just had a really crazy thought in my head.
Okay.
So this whole thing of it being a dimension and the dimension not being a part of the universe, even if it is still in the same universe, you know what I mean? Like, that's really freaky, right? And then it just got my mind thinking, like I said, this is slightly off topic, but it got my mind, like, thinking about, you know, the time chamber, the room of spirit of time, and I was thinking about that, just like looking around how there's nothingness in there, right? Like, it's literally a vast empty space as far as the eye can't see, of just nothingness besides the door itself, right?
But time moves on faster,
and
yeah,
it's
pretty much.
It's like its own, it's a different dimension, but it's not a universe because there's nothing.
It's a pocket
that makes me
dimension,
wonder.
yeah.
That makes me wonder if this is fucking crazy, but that makes me wonder if the dimension of the time chamber itself was the land of one of the destroyed universes.
Whoa. Okay, we gotta come back to that.
The land of
that's crazy.
Like, doesn't that make sense though?
I mean,
well, no, but didn't he say Frieza rules a couple of, like, I don't
worlds,
know exactly.
He said.
Yeah, he says he owns worlds. So what if one of those worlds has, like, or is the time chamber?
Just keep reading.
Okay. So So he said perhaps it wasn't counted, right? And then Goku's like, what other dimension? And then Frieza says, on one of my many conquered worlds, I happened to come across a chamber where time flows differently than in the outside world. And then Vegeta instantly knew a room of spirit and time, aka the hyperbolic time chamber. And I popped off at this moment because I'm like, holy shit, he actually did it. And there I was able to squeeze in 10 years worth of training. So of course we all know what this means. Now if we're gonna go off of our own understanding of what we've known, how the fucking time chamber works, what is it? 1 day is 1 year, right? Or something like that?
Yes, but wasn't it different at certain times? Like, I can't remember if it was different with Goku and Beerus, but I know that there were times where there were like different chambers with different time flows, and they said that at some point.
Okay.
And I'm wondering like which one Frieza jumped into.
Right, exactly. Okay, yeah. So either way, like we don't know exactly how much time he spent in like Earth time, right, to translate. But either way,
we know it's 10 years worth of
10
training.
fucking years, bro. He's the only character on screen to have ever confirmed that amount of time in one shot. Like,
because they used to have the 2-year time limit, and then you can never go in again, or else you'll be trapped there. And then they fucking debunked it by letting Vegeta and Goku go in as many times as they fucking felt like.
oh, see, I don't even
Frieza's
remember
like,
that. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that was a thing in Dragon Ball Z. They were, like, I think it was Mr. Popo that said it initially. Like, yeah, you could train in here, blah blah blah, but you can only be in here for the equivalent of 2 Earth years, or of two time chamber years. I'm sorry. And then after that, you're done. If you try to go back in, you're stuck. You're done.
Yeah, I'm glad they got rid of that shit because that doesn't even make sense. Like, it was a fucking
it
door.
really didn't. It really didn't. But it was a really good way to stop the abuse of the chamber as far as the writing was concerned.
True.
Because then once your 2 years are up, your 2 years are up. But Frieza out here like, nah, I got a decade. What you need?
That's, bro, a decade.
Nah, a decade for him is different though,
And
because the way he trains.
We've
like,
been saying this. We've been saying this shit since like 2019. Go look at some of the within the first 10 episodes of FPP. We've been talking about potential of different characters, and when there was no manga coming out, we didn't have much to talk about. We talked about it all, and one of the things that we kept bringing up from time to time was the raw potential of the prodigy of Frieza. Forget his race being OD and having the best, seemingly the best, like, strength come-ups, because his race is fucking crazy. But Frieza himself is a prodigy among his own race. And if you put this man in a time chamber, he would literally school niggas. Like, he took 4 months to go from shit to golden god. So, like, imagine if he had a time chamber. And we were saying that, like, yo, that would be OD. Like, Frieza would literally have to come out the time chamber killing niggas with his eyes.
And he kind of did, except he used his hands because he felt like it.
Right, because he felt like being flashy.
We have been saying this, guys. It's on record.
We've been saying
nah,
this.
but that's it's interesting though, because like 10 years, right? Like, and he only got one transformation out of it.
Well, yeah.
What?
Hold on.
That's the thing.
We don't know.
We don't know, but what?
That's the thing, is we don't know. And I've heard people saying like, oh, this could have been his like 3rd form, 4th form unlocked, shit like that. And it's like, okay, I hear you. I hear that opinion. I like it. I want to continue with it, but I don't think that's where it's going, because they've been sticking with this really shitty version of transformations where everybody gets your own color. You get a color. You get a color.
Right.
You get a color.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't think they give a shit about anything in between golden and black.
But
also,
yeah.
I just wanted to say that Black Frieza, y'all got me fucked up. As if this nigga wasn't racist enough. Like, this is so fucking lame. And when you go out, you try to look up Black Frieza, you don't see Black Frieza. You see Gangsta Frieza. You see fucking Timbaland.
Supreme Frieza.
You see Black Air Force One Energy Frieza.
The fucking Yankee fucking hat Frieza.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, bro. But like, that shit, I don't know. Like, they really could have done anything else. Like, Black Frieza, y'all could have given me something better. Y'all could have gone with Onyx Frieza. Y'all could have gone with Obsidian Frieza. Y'all could have given me something.
Yeah, it's Japan. They don't look at it like that. I mean, because if that was the case, they definitely wouldn't have called Goku Black.
I know.
You know, like,
but that's the thing too. Is like that was Goku Black, and this is Black Frieza. It's like, can we stop?
Yeah, well, you know what? I can see them changing the name when it gets in the anime. I would not be surprised if they changed it to Dark Frieza or if they changed it to like Onyx. I actually kind of sounds cool. Onyx Frieza. That sounds kind of fucking nice. But but I mean, they did commit to Goku Black, especially when that shit got translated in English. That
don't shoot. This man isn't
black. Yo, that's a Trunks line, guys. That's a real Trunks line. In case you forgot, during that arc. So they committed.
Trunks really out here trying to save the fucking people.
They did commit. So, I mean, but yeah, so now, Frieza, of course, he says, I couldn't very well keep losing to Saiyans my whole life. So I needed a bit of a power up.
That's what made me think too, because I thought about literally the Broly movie, and like I have so much to say about this because Frieza's back, and I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
But like, as far as the Broly movie was concerned, I'll keep it short because I want to get through the chapter first. But my quick little intervention here would be that Frieza must have literally like in the Broly movie, like Gogeta grabbed his arm and was like, like leave him alone type shit, and Frieza was just like, and he powered down and was like, fuck y'all niggas, and flew off. It makes me wonder if he flew off straight to go look for the fucking chamber, and he's been there ever since.
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
I mean, it's a theory.
Yeah,
but
like,
he just felt humiliated, so he
exactly.
He had to do something.
Exactly. Right. He did not fuck with being so disrespected because, like, we said this. We literally have talked about this several times already. That after that movie, he was done. He was like, after, dude, it was that. It was Resurrection F. It was literally Tournament of Power. The fact that there were so many times where he could look back to and just think of all of the embarrassing moments that he had to endure. Not anymore. That there was time for a change. And he literally, and Broly was the last straw. He was like, I'm not letting another freaking monkey fuck me up like this ever again. And not only did he come out and whip out Black Frieza, he charged at an Ultra Ego Vegeta and an Ultra Instinct freaking thriving Ozaru Goku and fucking decked them both in the fucking abdomen at the same time. And he was too fast for them because they had no retaliation. There was not blocking. They just took the fucking hits. And he knocked them out of their forms. Some people like to say this is one-shotting. Some people just, like, that's what I've seen, that he one-shotted them, right? And he funny enough, he doesn't finish them off. He lets them go.
He's a fucking G. He's gangsta Frieza.
It's interesting though, because it's like I feel like he let them go for a reason, and that reason is just because like Goku and Vegeta have pretty much saved this motherfucker for a couple times now. But it's like, I don't know, it's like he's giving him the chance though too to kind of become equal to actually duke it out again or something. I don't know.
I think something similar. I think that he let them go because he's pulling a Vegeta right now. He's on his Vegeta energy.
That old Vegeta energy, yeah.
He's on that old Vegeta energy. I think that he pulled up, put a halt to the heat. He pulled up and deleted the heaters, first of all. He pulled up, deleted the heaters, and then as soon as he did that, he literally showed Goku and Vegeta, y'all niggas better not sleep on me ever again. One punch them.
Oh my god.
One punch them. Literally one punch them and turned it off. There's so much happening here that I know people are going to completely overlook for XYZ reasons. I don't care what they are, but we need to think about a lot of different things here with Frieza. This man turned his form on the moment he needed it and turned it off the moment he was done. That's not something he did with Golden.
Nope.
He learned his fucking lesson.
Yep.
And he has perfect control over it. He knows what he's doing. He's strong as fuck. Like, everything about this for Frieza's character is beyond the gods right now. And I'm fucking loving it. But he turned that shit off. He literally flexed Black Frieza probably for nothing. Because if he one-shot them in that form, he didn't need it.
You don't think he needed it to one-shot him?
No. To one shot him, yeah, probably. But I'm saying like overall, like just to do something or like to make them sweat, he probably didn't need it. Cause think about that. If you one punch somebody in a form, if you turn that off, you could probably handle them. I'm not saying he would win, but I'm saying you could definitely do something you can handle them. So I think that seeing him turn it on, do a quick fight, and then turn it off, that's like, whoa, hold on. Frieza's actually taking everything seriously, even when he's literally pulling up for meme purposes. So we look at him turn this shit off, and he tells them, like, I managed to surpass you. Deuces. And leaves. And this is why I say he's on his Vegeta energy, because Vegeta lets Goku live because Goku is his measuring stick. Frieza just met Gogeta, the new measuring stick. Because he said, whoa, what the fuck is this? He's like, oh, you didn't know about this? This is fusion. Our battle power is not just added, this bitch multiplied. He's like, man, fuck this, I'll be right back.
I feel like he definitely did it for that reason too.
So I think that this Black Frieza, this power of Black Frieza, like, look at the way this man. My favorite thing of this whole chapter are Frieza's faces in every single panel. Every single time you see Frieza's face in a different panel, the confidence, like, it's so fucking great. But think about it though, like, he saw Blue Gogeta go fucking at it, right? That's OD. Obviously, he's not gonna let that shit fly. He knows exactly what fusion is. He knows the power of it, everything else. He might not know about the time limit and stuff like that, but he doesn't give a fuck. Nah. He just saw the power and was like, nah, hold it. So I think that this Black Frieza power is supposed to be stronger than Gogeta's power.
100%.
Because there's no way he wouldn't like triple or quadruple whatever level Blue Gogeta was at when he saw them, because he knows how fast the Saiyans grow. He watched Goku master UI in front of the gods in 45 minutes. Yeah. So there's no fucking way that Black Frieza is not beyond everybody we've ever seen, period. And I'm really, really upset that he trained for a whole decade. And the only reason I say that is because we saw what this man did in 4 months. Process what it means for him to take it at his most serious after seeing Gogeta and everything. For 10 years? I feel like this is another one of those moments where, like, oh, Dragon Ball, the writing, here goes the writing. They're gonna drop his eyeballs. Here we go again. Because 10 years of Frieza training, if they really blow this nigga off again and just let him take a L because Goku got his black, silver, and gray colored UI, like, this is...
He's not next.
Listen, I feel something. I feel an energy, bro.
What are you feeling?
We've already kind of talked, we've talked about it, I think, but not like comparing to Frieza whatsoever, though. So with this new Black Frieza form, we believe it either rivals or surpasses Blue Gogeta.
Nah,
is that correct?
Surpasses.
It surpasses. At this rate, I'm gonna say that too.
So if it surpasses Blue Gogeta, then that means, what are we gonna see next out of Gogeta?
Dude,
what do you think?
We need Ultra Gogeta.
That's what I said.
It's gonna happen. Bro. It's gonna happen.
We need Ultra Gogeta.
We're gonna need Ultra Ego Gogeta. That's exactly what we're gonna need, or at least one of them.
They're just gonna call it Ultra because they both got Ultra in the name, so it just sounds better to just Ultra Gogeta. Done.
Like I feel like whenever that fight happens, Black Frieza is gonna push Gogeta to that limit if they don't already kind of know how to do it in that setting.
Hold on. All right.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but here we have a few pages left. Let me just get through this, and then and then I'm gonna go over some of the things that I wrote down to take away from this that relates to what could happen next. Because this can go in a lot of different ways. So when he turns off Black Frieza, right? And he tells them, while you two were having fun on this puny planet, I managed to surpass you. But he came here in pursuit of a different target. So I'll let you off easy today, right? So he then recruits Maki and Oil because he needs a new fucking cook and waiter, right?
Look at that smug ass face. I was laughing my ass off.
Yup. So of course they take the job out of fear. Okay, and then they fly off on his ship that is very recognizable, right? Like the patented Frieza ship, and that's when Goku and Vegeta go over to Manito, who's like dying, and they go to Granola, who's like by his side. He's like, he's bad, he's not breathing. And the next thing you know, my man's eyes perk up, and what do you know? It's Whis. And Whis.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but you know what's crazier? It's the fact that it's another favor. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. I'll heal him. They're not supposed to get involved, right? Remember?
Yeah.
They're not allowed to get involved, and here we go.
He did them a favor.
Yeah.
One-time favor.
A special favor, right?
Oh, it's not one time. It's just special.
It's just special, right?
Special.
So Whis confirmed that he was watching the entire time, though. He's like, oh, I see it's finally over, right? So fast forward, and he came to get them because he's trying to help Beerus make fucking yakisoba. And literally Vegeta was like, pour boiling water into it and you're done. Right? The comedy was there. I enjoyed the comedy in this chapter as well. And then Goku actually offers Granola to go train with them, right? On Beerus' planet.
Isn't this what we said last week? I was like, man, if they're gonna do this, they should have just kept Trunks instead.
You did say that. You did say that.
All right, thank you.
You did say that. But then Granola declines because he said he made a mess of the planet. He needs to fix the damage with the Dragon Balls. Then Manasha's like, that's right. Then I'll seal them away for good. And then Goku's like, oh, that's a shame. And then Vegeta's like, well, take this freaking Dragon Radar that Maki dropped or whatever, and it'll help you search for the Dragon Balls faster. And then before they go, Manito gives Bardock's Scouter to Goku as a memento. And let me just say that Goku looks at it and he smiles and he sees his dad in it, right? Like, in his head, because remember, I almost forgot about this too, is that within this arc, we have also established that Goku officially remembers his past from when he was on planet Vegeta with his family. So now that he has this memento, he's gonna bring it back home, and who knows what could happen after that, okay? Because whether it's his own interest or the memories, or if it's someone else asking questions, and then maybe he wants to know the answers.
I was gonna say, you don't think that he's gonna take it home and then someone's gonna see that it's busted, suggest that it be fixed, Bulma fixes it, and we find more missing data that was on there that leads to a new story?
That would be fire. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know our girl Bulma gonna fix that shit in 2 seconds. Probably put some new AA batteries in that bitch, and fucking boom, a whole hologram shows up or some shit with a fucking message. And then it's like another passage. It's like Bardock is like on some other. It's like, I don't know where I'm at, and I don't even know how this message got on here, but I'm alive.
Right? Oh my god.
Nah. That's cap. That's
definitely cap.
Yeah, that's cap. All right, but so then they leave. And then the other interesting part, the very last page, Goku asks a very sus question. Where the fuck did he get this question out of his ass from, right? He's like, the Oracle fish you mentioned, the strongest warrior in the universe? Was it talking actually about Frieza? And then Whis goes, perhaps. Or maybe the strongest warrior emerged elsewhere in our universe. So Goku then's like, really? Well, great. Guess I better get back to training, as always. Typical Goku. And Whis is one. He's like, wonderful. I expect you to put in the effort after we fucking figure out this yakisoba, right? So that's where the chapter ends. And then they say that Dragon Ball Super is going to be taking a break. Now, I originally thought it was taking a break for the month. It's coming back in October. That's actually false. It's coming back at a later time. We don't know when. So it's going to be taking a hiatus right now.
Let's go 4 more years. Woo!
I don't think it's gonna be that long, but I'd imagine. And someone pointed this out to me in one of my comments on a reaction I did, and they pointed out and they said that if this was to just truly be the next arc, like they would just continue not giving a shit about this end of Z thing, right? They would have continued, but they're not. so we can lead ourselves to believe that we are fucking finally gonna get to this goddamn End of Z part and after. And I said this as well. I said that what they could do opening this shit up when they come back is they have like a little like last time on all this bullshit Z, right? And they're like, we had Broly, we had these arcs, we had this shit, and superhero. They tie it all up, and then they even throw in the tournament just to throw it in, because if they wanted to have an excuse and be vague that they really didn't retcon or they really didn't overlap anything that was a plot hole, they could just put the fucking rug over it and literally not have it happen in a way where it wouldn't infringe on the original Dragon Ball Z manga, and literally just throw in that there was a world tournament and that Goku had an encounter with Oob, and then they fly off, and then that's when the fucking new arc starts.
Oh my god, bro.
That I would accept, even though I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like how they would just try to like ignore the fact that they fucking wrote themselves into all these holes. But you know what? In an effort, because the only other thing that I thought of was if they had a character that Men in Blacked everybody and they just fucking they forgot everything and they thought that it was 5 years that they didn't see each other. But then that's like kind of dumb, you know, like that's, I don't know, like that. I feel like that's something Toriyama would probably want to draw in there for a comedy bullshit relief because he's a fucking troll, right? But that's what I thought. Now, here's the thing. So there's a few things that I wanted to bring up that are obviously directly off of this chapter. Frieza said he was on his way somewhere. Where's he going?
Wait, where did he say he was on his way somewhere?
So he said, well, it was the part where he says that he came here in pursuit of a different target.
Yeah.
But so that makes me feel like, that makes me think like this was a pit stop. He was on his way to somewhere else, something else. Okay, we don't know what that is. I have an idea. And this ties into Superhero. Okay? When you watch Superhero, and they're already in, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are already there, along with Chilai and Limo, right? The whole gang. Goku specifically says, when Beerus is like, you guys brought Broly here? And Goku's like, yeah, we brought him here so that Frieza wouldn't find him.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Frieza is looking for Broly. Whether it's to seek to get revenge on him for fucking embarrassing him, or to do something to him to get him on his fucking shit. Which is crazy because I thought of this scenario and I was like, what if we see Broly how he was, right? Like they wrote him differently for better, not for worse, right? And this is the best version of the character since the original. But I thought about it. I was like, what if like they actually tried to write in the whole controlling of Broly aspect, right? And it was Frieza that was the one who had something that would actually work on Broly for a time. And then it became a whole thing again because here's the thing, I'm going to also tie this into what I also wanted to say about Frieza is that whatever is happening next, I don't think Frieza is going to be the immediate threat for a long time. I think that now that Frieza has reestablished himself as the fucking shit right now, he's the strongest. No one's gonna fucking fuck with him. I think that he's gonna be reserved for a later time, but Frieza is going to be the one who sends people at them just to fuck with them. And I also believe that it will be Frieza that will send Cooler to them. We're gonna see them fight Cooler before they fucking try to fight Frieza again.
I don't think Frieza would send Cooler to them. The only basis I have off of that is, obviously non-canon Cooler, and like seeing that they don't, as brothers, they don't really fuck with each other, right? But if Frieza really is OD, Frieza, like the favorite child, I mean, I don't really see Cooler listening to him to go take out a couple of monkeys that were Frieza's problem to clean up in the first place.
Well, let me. I got you right now, okay?
And Frieza could do that right now if you wanted to.
Listen, he know, and that's the thing. Frieza has regained his confidence. His rightful like arrogance and all that shit that makes Frieza, right? And the reason why I believe that he would even go as far as doing something like sending his brother to go handle whoever is because he is now back at the throne. Frieza doesn't have to do fucking anything because he got to that point. He has surpassed his problems, right? And so he don't have to get his hands dirty. And yes, Frieza and Cooler did not have a good relationship in the non-canon version, but this ain't no non-canon shit no more. And this is not Legendary Broly no more either. That all that shit can get rewritten in a way that fucking benefits this fucking story way. But I mean, look, they could still not see eye to eye. They can still butt heads all they want. That shit can still remain. But then there's the part where we will visually see something we've never seen before. Frieza versus Cooler, where Cooler or Frieza pulls up to wherever Cooler's at, and Cooler's like, "What are you doing here, little brother?" And then Frieza's like, "I just wanted to talk." And then they don't fucking talk, they fucking fight. All right, they're fighting, and Cooler's like, you seem to have gotten stronger. And then Frieza basically, he's out here. He's like, listen, I've come to, they try to fucking work out some kind of deal or some shit, right? And that's the whole thing. And he's like, I'm trying to do whatever. And there's these sayings that are still lingering around, and then maybe they could write it in where Cooler does not fucking fuck with the saying. I don't know. You know how they're racist. They're racist, right? That's the joke, right? They hate the sayings, right? So, and they could work that into the explanation as to why he hasn't been seen or mentioned or referenced anything for all these fucking years. They could work. That's just a scenario to throw out there. But the original thing that I was trying to say, the whole bigger point is that Frieza is not going to be the character that they're going to have to deal with, or that they're going to have to or try to find so they can they could put him away again, right? Because it's different now. They're going to use Frieza as their new measuring stick. So that way they can continue to go through all the fucking colors of the rainbow and the Skittles, okay? Because that's just how that fucking works. Okay, it's Dragon Ball. They're gonna have fucking transformations on transformations, whether we like it or not. And that's how it goes. Like Goku's gonna start stacking like Super Saiyan. I mean, he's already doing that. He's gonna have his Thriving Ozar. He's gonna have the fucking Mastered Ultra Instinct. He's gonna have all the Super Saiyans. And then the hair's gonna grow down. He's gonna have Super Saiyan 3. Then he's gonna have Kaioken. Then he's gonna have Kaioken. Okay, he's gonna have all this craziness stacked on stacked to the point where he's just gonna look like a blob. Okay, he's gonna be a fucking blob, a singular color, and it's gonna just fucking flash. It's gonna give everybody like epileptic fucking bullshit, and then no one's gonna watch Dragon Ball anymore, and that's how it ends. Okay, it's gonna end with Goku and Vegeta having some crazy bullshit transformation that makes no sense, and no one's gonna have any kind of understanding, but it's gonna get to that point because Dragon Ball, right? That's how it goes, because that is where Frieza is at right now. He is the strongest. Done. He is the strongest.
I briefly touched on this last week, but like I really hate the way they drop the Dragon Balls every single fucking arc, dude, because like literally going chronologically, Super has done this at least with one major topic. They've done it every single fucking arc. Like when you think about it, they literally drop the ball. They give us some like godlike information and storytelling, and they drop the ball. It's like I said, I briefly touched on it. Like it's like building us up with something amazing. Like the original Super Saiyan God Yamoshi nothing. Universe 6 Saiyans
nothing.
The ending to the Goku Black arc everything that ever happened to Vegeta
Yeah, no, that's true though too, and that's the other shitty part about all of this is that they give us something great, and then they just leave it there, like
just drop it.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to say, was that I feel like this could be a way to tie in Superhero, because Superhero technically, well, not technically, it definitely happens after these fucking events. And it would make sense that, you know, on their way, I mean, even if they end up on planet Beerus right now, like immediately after this whole thing happens, which is clearly what's happening, on that planet, after they have their little fucking yakisoba, it could literally be Goku and Vegeta having a conversation being like, yo, we should probably go get Broly, because who knows if Frieza's trying to go after him, or, you know, because he kind of fucking wiped the floor with him. And Broly is a strong guy who we really should train, because now they really need his help, bro. Think about it. They need all hands on deck if and whenever Frieza decides to come back around, son.
But do they, though? This is why I feel like they wrote themselves into another fucking hole. Why? Why do they need somebody else's help? Why the fuck would they? They are Goku and Vegeta. They don't need anybody else's help. They just need to train and surpass Frieza. How are they going to do that? Frieza got a whole decade on them. Well, clearly there's no room to the Chime Chamber, so throw their asses back in.
Yeah, I also
I'm not saying that's what I want to see, but I'm saying, like, logically speaking here, why the fuck is that not their next move?
Well, Whis will probably have something in store for them as far as being able to get on par with Frieza's new level and everything like that. That's how it seems, at least, because I know Whis probably knows how strong Frieza is at this point, and Beerus should be worried because
Beerus sleep.
I know he's asleep, but what if Whis tells him this information as far as Frieza can just surpass like Goku and Vegeta and everything like that, and he's probably stronger than Gogeta, etc. Then Beerus might fucking be awake now. Like I don't fucking know. But that's a whole nother side topic, honestly. I'm just saying, like, Whis probably.
You gotta remember. I don't think Beerus would care, though. And the only reason I say that, even though, you know, he's God of Destruction, blah blah blah, he's not gonna care, because how did Frieza come back to life in the first place?
They brought him back officially.
They brought him back
as a thank you. And
so, like, what's Whis gonna do? Be like, oh, by the way, that nigga I resurrected on your command, yeah, he's wreaking havoc. Beerus is gonna be like, well, you know.
Yeah, no, because like to them, it's a balance thing, you know. Like there has
exactly.
Yeah, like that's why. Like so. They're not supposed to get involved, right? But clearly they help them out.
Clearly they get involved,
right? Whenever they feel like it, because, you know, as long as they don't get caught, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just kind of how it works. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, to them it's a show. Like they're like us, like we're just fucking reading and watching it happen right before our eyes. Except the difference is that they have direct influence whenever they fucking want to.
Beerus, not Beerus. Frieza needs to kill Beerus.
Dude, if he does that,
Frieza needs to kill Beerus. That's it. Done. I'm not gonna elaborate on anything. It needs to happen.
Well, you know the quickest way to do that is, right? He don't have to even fucking touch him. He can just go to Supreme Kai. Boom.
I know.
Done.
I know.
And then that's one less thing he has to worry about.
Two less things he has to worry about. Whis will be gone.
Oh, well, that's true too. It's a package deal. Oh yeah. See, if Frieza if Frieza makes moves like that,
if Frieza pulls a Goku Black.
Oh, hey, maybe it's a thing about the name. You know what I'm saying? All the black characters.
All the real nigga shit that happens.
Oh shit, yo, that would be crazy. If you think about it like that.
Oh yeah, because like he's been plotting to overthrow all the gods and have his turn and this and that.
Yeah.
Since, like, you know, before TOP days, he's literally been sitting waiting his turn.
Yeah, Frieza's that kind of character that he will bite the hand that fed him eventually.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Okay, so then the other thing that I want to point out was that Oracle fish. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
So the first initial thought that I thought, right, when Whis was
No.
What?
I got this. I got this. So we all thought that strongest warrior, right? Who did we think that it was gonna be?
I can tell you who I thought.
What, you think someone different?
I'm always gonna think it's Broly. Besides Gogeta, that we've all talked about.
Exactly.
Already.
Like
yeah.
we all thought it was Gogeta.
Right.
And then he said perhaps he emerged somewhere else in our universe. So I was like, okay, well, who the fuck could it be? And I was like, okay, it would make a lot of sense if it was Broly. It would. I'm okay with it being Broly. perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I do think that Gogeta is the best choice here, if you ask me. But I think that the wording saying that the warrior emerged somewhere else or like elsewhere in the universe, that makes me think it's not Gogeta, even though it still could be. It makes me think it's not. But Broly's not a hot take. Broly definitely could be that dude, which is a little concerning. However, you said something like 10 minutes ago with this whole end of Z shit that got me infuriated because now I don't know if it's Broly.
I don't. Yeah.
And if it's not Broly, I'm turning this off. Because this shit has gotten so fucking out of hand, and if that's really what they want to do, I don't know if I'll be here for it.
So say it.
I truly don't know if I'll be here.
Say it for the people. I have it written down, and by the way, I haven't shared my notes with them, so they don't even know what the fuck I wrote down. So go ahead, just tell them. Who else could it be?
Well, you see, it's a little child.
Oh.
You gotta say
A fellow man of color. You see.
No, honestly, hey, that's a better answer than what I had written down. I didn't have Oob written down, but I wasn't gonna talk about him too.
You didn't even have Oob written down.
I know, cause I had him in here. I was not gonna forget that.
I wouldn't even consider. I wouldn't say Oob is the
Oh
strongest.
no! Don't say shit, nigga. Because who finished the Moro arc? Who did it? Who finished the Moro arc? Who the fuck finished it?
We read it and you did not. That's facts.
I didn't read it.
You didn't read it. No, you didn't, and you missed out. You don't understand what the impact that, dude. They literally got Oob in there to fucking finish off Moro. Like without Oob, they literally would have lost. Basically is what they were trying to imply. Like they needed him.
Dude, Ultra Susanoo Goku couldn't handle it, and this 7-year-old pulls up.
All they asked him to do was to stick his hand up. They were like,
wait, he was in there?
He was.
Yup.
See, you don't remember. He literally was there. Oob was a part of Super before he even got involved in End of Z.
Yes, sir.
He was in that bitch.
Yeah, because he was like, cause listen, it wasn't even the idea that, Oob must have been the reincarnation of Majin Buu. No. This straight up confirmed that he was, because when they got him in there, they literally like, hey, can you just stick your hands up for us? And when he did that, his energy that he did not even know he had is the reason why Goku was able to fucking finish off Moro, bro. So yeah, I mean, Oob, it could be Oob, which is crazy.
Wait, why did you tell me this shit?
We did.
I don't remember.
Exactly. That's I just said that too.
I don't remember no Oob in this shit yet.
Go back and read it. All the chapters are there. Fucking Oob is in that arc towards the end.
All right, whatever. All right.
Because I mean, listen. Honestly, though,
I do have something to say though.
Okay, go ahead.
Regarding the whole Gogeta possibly being the strongest and everything, as I don't believe he was even a contender, because that takes two people to form one. So it's like, that's kind of cheap.
But hold on, that's cheap as far as the ranking is concerned. Yes, that's cheap, but it still counts, and that's what's important here, is that it still counts. And the only reason I think that Gogeta still has a shot, even though it's like it doesn't seem very likely anymore, I do still think he's in the running for being this potential strongest character. The only reason I say that is because of Whis' face. I know Whis doesn't really make a lot of facial expressions unless he's orgasming on food, but when you look at Whis' face here, he just has that very that smug Whis look like, I know some of you niggas don't.
Exactly. And that's always
but
exactly, right?
I think the reason why I say that though is just because like Gogeta is not a permanent human being. He's a Saiyan. He's a time limited
person.
Person.
But he's still, I mean,
he could be the strongest, but for that time, he's not gonna be.
But that's how it works anyway. That's how it works anyway. Being the strongest is only something that's gonna happen for a moment,
right?
Until someone surpasses you, and then it's done buns. Now the thing that I was saying with Whis here though is I had a straight callback because I was watching the Broly movie because I have nothing better to do, and I had a callback to this Whis' face when Gogeta literally put Broly in the dirt right before he was about to do, like that Kamehameha finish. And, Whis was like, oh, splendid. I think this battle's about to come to a rousing finish. And he was just kind of like, like this Gogeta, like, ooh, these niggas got it. So yeah, just watching Whis like really like take that fight in from a perspective point of view, like just a spectating point of view. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I still think it could be Gogeta, but the only reason I'm not gonna say it is because it wouldn't make sense to, because they're not, like, if it's Gogeta, then who the fuck are they gonna fight?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Could be. So, it could. Well, the whole point behind Gogeta, they don't use him or that form or that fusion to fight everybody. They only use it when it's very necessary.
However, they've only ever used fusion as the last resort.
Yes,
The plan Z to Dragon Ball Z is fusion. Okay,
yes.
Like that's literally what it is. But this, you got to remember that a couple chapters ago, something changed. And I would like to assume that it changed for the better. And I'd like to keep assuming that it changed for the foreseeable future from here on out. But personally, I feel like Superhero retconned it. It is what it is. Y'all want to talk about it being its own continuity? Y'all can hold that and go away.
No.
Exactly.
That does not exist here in these parts. No.
That's why I say go away. No. But the thing that I'm referring to is that they are not holding it as Plan Z anymore. We literally saw the panel where both of them charged up in their new forms, perfectly ready, fighting in unison as if they were one. They were on some Goku Black and Zamasu type of co-oping. They were on some 17 and 18 type of co-oping.
Yes.
They were unspokenly fighting together as one without the fusion. And Vegeta and Goku both said, I'm gonna be the one to do it. No, I'm gonna be the one to do it. Oh, well, I guess we both gotta do it. Duffed. And they both just charge in. There's no argument. There's no taking turns. There's none of that shit.
They have it down now.
As one. They have it down now. So
Finally.
There's no reason that they'll deny fusion again.
Right.
And if they do, it completely backtracks all of the character progression and development and everything else that we saw happen this arc. The very few things that we really fucked with this arc, watching them fight together, Goku understanding the meaning behind being Kakarot, Frieza's appearance, all of these three key points out of the last however many chapters that I've been suffering to read through are the big takeaways.
Yep.
So if they really retcon any of these, it's a super dub.
It's a yeah. Listen, all of this is a slow burn of a build-up, okay? Like, despite all of the shit that we pull out of all this arc, especially, like, and the entirety of the series, like, everything seems to, at some point, one way or another, like, elaborate and build up on top of itself, which is a good thing, because we need that. But, in the process, it's very infuriating, because it's like we have to put up with, the head-ass writing to the head-ass comments, and the people that really take the said vagueness and head-ass that exists and they run with it. And speaking of which, the other character that I thought you were going to say, that I have written down, that could be mentioned from this Oracle Fish, is Gohan.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. We're not about to talk about Gohan anymore right now, man. This is about Frieza and Broly.
All right, guys,
and
remember
Gogeta,
to keep
bro.
power locked loaded.
Yeah, we out of here. Peace.
Yeah, bro. Fuck. We ain't putting Gohan on that fucking list, bro. Nah. I ain't doing that.
Would you get your ass out of here?
Hey,
what the fuck talking about?
It wasn't my idea. I didn't.
Oh, I know it wasn't your idea, because you are not that bold.
No. I mean, I'm bold, but that's another B. Broly.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Bro,
yeah.
Gohan just fucking got his new shit, bro. And he's not even stronger than fucking Ultra Instinct and
I'm not even going to cap. If they're talking about Gohan, I'm done.
So
they better not talk about
I personally don't think it would be Gohan. Like, and I actually watched Superhero in the theater the other day in English, which was it was very good. They did a great job. And hearing the dialogue in English was nice. And I the funny thing is, relating to that into this, they mention how if Gohan wanted to, he could be the strongest on Earth. They don't say in the universe or in the entire whatever. They say on Earth. Okay, and that's very direct. That's not an open-ended fucking thing. Okay,
That's that nigga you suck.
like, bro, like that means that, you know, if there's any ever, you know, threats that are, you know, on their way to Earth or whatever, he would be the one that should be able to handle business. And now it's implied that, okay, he's not about to take things lightly anymore. Like, I'm sure he's still gonna work, he's still gonna have his job, and he's still gonna be wearing his glasses, despite what my fucking brother thinks of that shit, right? And he's still gonna be a family man, like he should be. That's what he wanted to be, whatever, you know, working man, right? But he's also going to now have a schedule. Like, he's gonna have a work-life balance. Okay, he's not just gonna be training all day like his dad. He is now going to have his work, and then he's gonna train. He might build that shit in with Pan and Piccolo, because Piccolo stays training Pan every fucking day. And if anything, listen, if Gohan is to be believed that he could be the strongest on Earth, imagine what Pan could be.
Yo, I was literally about to say, how funny would it be if we saw like the beginning era of the training between the three of them, right? Piccolo, Pan, and Gohan. And then all of a sudden we see the three of them training, Gohan still trying to get used to the shit, and we see Pan like whoop this nigga down and be like, come on, dad.
Right.
Get
What
shit
if she was the
together,
fucking
Pops.
Oracle child? Like,
Stop.
dude, but listen, this is things you have to throw out there, because
No, it's not.
no, because
There's things you have to throw out, but there's not things you have to throw out there.
yeah, I mean, listen, they're just literally thoughts. And honestly, that's a counter thought to people even wanting to throw Gohan's name in the hat for this Oracle
Like, oh, Gohan?
conversation.
Nah, it's not Gohan, it's Pan. Fuck you.
You're right.
Put yourself to sleep.
Yeah, no, because think about it. It's like, listen, like, and watching that movie in clear fucking IMAX HD version with all the audio intact, and I can see and hear everything perfectly. I absorbed the movie, watching it a second time around, way better than obviously the fucking first time, right? And I took so much more out of that actually makes the explanation part that we always do way easier, because the fucking translations and the script that they went with for the English version, the dub, makes things so much more understandable. Because, you know, from before, it's like we have to rely on like the fan translations, you know, like with however accurate they are, right? But now hearing it is different, because, dude, when Pan, remember the part when Pan literally, when Gohan gets interrupted by Piccolo, and Piccolo's like, why the fuck aren't you picking up your daughter? Like, you gotta wake your ass up. And then he goes to kidnap Pan, and then Pan knows it was Piccolo before he even took his helmet off. And then he was like, oh, you knew it was me? And she was like, oh yeah, I sensed your ki. I sensed your energy. She says energy in the English version, right? So then when he goes to Gohan's house in the same suit, he didn't know who the fuck he was. And he's like, you didn't sense me. You didn't feel my fucking anything, right? And then the other thing is, Gohan's vision is apparently shit, right? But then when he goes Super Saiyan, his vision's fine. Piccolo says that. He's like, why do you need your glasses? You don't need it when you're powered up. And then, you know, right? That kind of fucking moment. So it's like, bro, Gohan is gonna be that guy, but Pan is gonna really be that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, dude. All right, I need an opinion here, cause like, this is just going through my head at this point. Do you believe, or do you think, and this could be debatable, I guess, but do you think that a half a Saiyan should be stronger than a full Saiyan?
I don't care. That part doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me, because whether you're half breed, full breed, quarter fucking breed, as long as you have the blood of a Saiyan running through your veins, that is all that matters. Because,
but I don't know.
No, but seriously though, look, I'll take this shit to another example just to show you. Okay, Devil May Cry, Dante. Okay. Son of Sparta, okay, but he's not full fucking demon thing or whatever, but he's still the son of Sparta, and he's still got that fucking shit to him. And whenever he wants to power up into his devil trigger or whatever, boom, he's in there. Same with the Saiyans. They could be bred with fucking Earthlings or whoever else, but they got Saiyan energy. They got Saiyan blood running through them. And honestly, the concept of the future generations are always meant to pass the last ones still remains intact. Gohan could have been the strongest one on Earth if he wanted to, but he did not care to do it. And sometimes, honestly, if you look at it like this, sometimes it kind of works in this kind of pattern. It's always like you have the one generation, right? And then the next generation could be good, right? But they don't reach that potential that they could reach. It's always the generation after that. Because look how closely Pan is to Goku, to Grandpa, son. Pan is the new Goku.
What do you mean by that?
Look at, she's 3 years old. She's training with Piccolo. She's got potential. And she's clearly strong. And she's learning a lot. And she has that same interest that Goku has with just the fighting and everything. She's like, oh, when are you going to teach me how to do Kamehameha? Goku learned Kamehameha at 14 in Dragon Ball. And when he saw Roshi do it once, he did it off seeing it one time and he's like, oh, Master Roshi, I'm trying to learn this shit too. Piccolo, I want to learn this shit. It's the same shit. Pan is the future. I said it before as a joke, like, as a counter. Oh yeah, she's the Oracle child. What if she really is?
I don't know about that because I still feel a type of way of a half Saiyan breed being stronger than the full Saiyan, because especially if they put in the same amount of work, for example. Like
that's a whole episode topic.
That really is a whole. Save it because that's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
That we can go back and forth on that for a while.
Yeah, write
it down, bro.
Okay. Yeah, we got.
But that's an idea for the chat. Guaranteed I'll flame a nigga in the chat.
Oh, you want to save it for when we do our next live one, then? We're almost at 1,000. We're like 8 something, I think, on YouTube.
So there might be a lot to talk about by that time.
I mean, this is good though because we're at a point where we're not getting any more manga chapters for a hot minute, so we need these topics. So you got one, I got one. So
Triz.
We'll have to see what's up.
Last thing I want to say before I acknowledge our Patreon tier 3 is Frieza killed the main villain before Vegeta. LOL.
What did I say? Like literally, Vegeta. Everything that ever happens to that character, they just drop the ball.
Frieza one-shotted man's not even in black form.
That's also true.
That is crazy.
That alone? Oh, you're right. The way you were saying before.
What do you mean?
He wasn't he wasn't Frieza Black yet, or Black Frieza.
He didn't transform.
No.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about when Goku got when Goku and Vegeta got hit?
No. When he killed Gas, the strongest in the universe.
Man did it
in his base form.
One shot base form.
Dude, I'm telling you, Frieza is not going to be fighting them anytime soon.
He didn't do it in his base form. He did it in black. He did it as Black Frieza.
Oh, like he was, you see the shade, like in the thing. Yeah. Like,
so he did it last second?
It was like, it's quick. He turned it on and he turned it back off, like he said.
He did not kill Gas
in base form. Like in the next panel, he turned it back off type shit.
Yeah.
Right.
He literally, like, Gas charged at him, and right before he reached, Frieza went black, duffed him, turned it off.
Yup. He's mastered his shit, like you said.
That's okay. What I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
He got it. He turned it on at the moment, like, Gas's hand was, like, in his face, and, like, literally right here, and then you see, whoop, Frieza went black, duffed him, and then whoop, turned it right back off.
The way Toyotaro drew it, he drew it like he was hiding. It was like in a shadow, so it was kind of like, yup, it was very good. See, Toyotaro's art in this fucking shit was fire. Like, this chapter was amazing.
Because sometimes it's hard to tell. Like, I don't read manga that much, but...
Well, you better start. Better start with this shit.
You're not gonna figure out the colors if you don't read it.
Yeah, facts.
Oh my god.
All right, so with all that, y'all got a little extra time on this episode for sure, because there was a lot to unpack here.
A little.
Yeah. But shouting out to the Patreon subscribers, the freaking tier 3s. Shout out to our boy Jarek Rivera. Give it up. Shout outs to Soul Awakens. And of course, last but not least, shout out to our boy Juicy. shout outs. Listen, you guys want to hear your name shout outs on the end of these episodes, tier 3 or higher on the Patreon. That's the link in the description below. Guys, is there anything you want to leave with the people watching at home?
Not really. Not really.
I got some topics lined up for some of these next episodes.
we got topics, but like, man, like, there's probably gonna be some head ass shit, especially with that, especially since you entered Gohan in the chat. Oh nah,
that was off a comment. It was off a comment though.
These motherfuckers are gonna fucking start fucking uppercut and shit.
Yeah, bro. I thought you were gonna say some truly like mind blowing shit.
Yeah, I thought you were not. He was not. He was not.
Hey, would you rather Pan or Gohan?
Pan.
Thank you. That's my point. Rather Pan. So.
Pan. Easy. Free.
Right. There it is. So, Kai, you got anything left you want to leave with the people?
This one chapter was so fucking good that it almost makes me scared to see how bad the next one's gonna be.
That's wild.
Oh my god.
That's the point I'm at right now.
All right. Well, in that case, everybody. All right. Make sure, of course, you are hitting up the Patreon, Full Power Podcast over on Patreon. Link in the description below. If you want to hear your name, like I said, at the end of these episodes, shouting you out for supporting us at that level and higher, then definitely hit us up over there for the extra episodes as well when you're tier 2 or higher as well. And hit us up over on Twitter at Full Power Pod. And if you want to leave your questions, comments, concerns, any kind of business inquiries, or you want to send us fan art, hit us up at fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That is fullpowerpod@gmail.com. It's been your boy Ooch, the lethal one, brother Ooch, and the homie of all the Kais, Kai Kassan. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. May the power protect, keep it locked with right here on this channel. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. And keep your primal lights in check, because you forgot to say that. And we'll see y'all